One of the biggest questions any of us Kith can ask is, do the gods exist? Iovara, my former lover, a lover from another life of mine, who still sees me as the same person she knew, just different, believes that the gods are non-existent. She has some persuasive arguments on her side, such as that she lived in the time of the Ingwithans, those people we now call the ancient Ingwithans who no longer exist. They are the ones who taught her that the gods do not exist, and they were the ones who spread the faith of the gods we know today. Why they would do such a thing is something I hope to find out, but the bigger question out of all of this is, if the gods do not exist, then who or what are acting as them? Are they just powerful souls able to reach out and manipulate the world? Regardless, it changes nothing about the pact that I made with Hylea. I will return the souls to the bodies of the Hollowborn. I feel the weight of Iovara's translucent eyes upon my soul. What if we can be assured of nothing? Then the only value is in the things we create ourselves.
Verus. We find purpose in ourselves and in the people in our lives.
There is bliss to be found in the things we create, but sorrow as well. Every creation bears the imperfections of its creator, and its creator's creator. Art and song are creations, but so are weapons and lies. We must be careful that our creations do not consume us. I ask these things not to trouble you, but to show why they must be confronted. No answer is simple, but somewhere between them all lies a truth so beautiful, not even a god could conceive it. Do we not owe ourselves a chance to find our part in it?
We do, even without assurances there is still truth.
If that is truly what you believe, then you are a far different person than the one I knew. I've been alone here with my thoughts for so long now. I've found peace with my failures, and with my punishment. I no longer curse fate for what might have been. But there is one thing that has clawed and scraped at my mind all these years. One thing that will not be put to rest until I know. Until I understand.
For the first time, hints of doubt trace her serene visage.
I need to know why you chose to remain with the Inquisition, even after you'd learned the truth. Do you remember?
As she asks, the memory springs to my mind immediately, as though it had just happened. Your teachings were a threat to all I believed in.
I never wanted that. I had hoped that what I taught would replace your beliefs with something that made you stronger. For many it did. But not all, it seems.
She shakes her head slowly, absently, in search of an answer that never comes. If that is the conclusion people reach once they know everything, then my purpose has been a mistake. That seems a harsh connection to draw.
Of all that I loved you for, it was your righteousness most of all. You had heard both sides, seen everything. If not you, then who?
You're never going to be able to convince everyone of anything, true or not. There will always be dissent.
I expected dissent, but I needed to know that true faith would prevail. Perhaps I've been wrong to place so much importance on one person's actions. It was all I could do to feel like there was an answer. Even knowing what you've told me, some part of me knows it doesn't truly answer what I wished to know, nor will an eternity of silent contemplation. I will have only my guesses and suspicions, and that will have to do. And what of your understanding of our past? Are you at ease with the choice you made?
I see the world differently now than I once did. I regret what I did to you, and I wish your forgiveness.
I have always forgiven you. Though I didn't know your reason, I knew you. I knew we had had something wonderful once. Looking back at that has helped me through these many years. At first I thought this might be the source of your soul's anguish. But now I see I was mistaken. You are not divided on this matter. You have put it behind you. It is with Theos that your agony lies, in sun and shadow. Your questions are not for me, but for him. And it may be that only an answer from the mouth of Theos himself will satisfy your needs. Yet if there is anything I can tell you that would be of use, ask and you shall know.
Are you bound here until the end of time?
In a matter of speaking. This is Braeth Yamen, the court of the penitents. Souls are confined here until they repent. They must beg the forgiveness of a god, pledge their soul to them, and they will be lifted from this place to the world above. In truth, they receive leniency, but not true mercy. The spite of Woodica is eternal. They linger above, at the side of the old court, and are not permitted to leave the island, forever severed from the cycle. This prison was full once in the days of the Inquisition, but time weathers all things, even will. I'm the only tenant who remains. Yet, I feel their presence strongly now, as it was in the beginning. You have brought many of them here. They cry out for the judgment of Theos. You have struck some bargain with the gods, then.
The other gods aid me because they want Theos destroyed. I owe them no debt.
They aid you because they would bend you to their own purposes. Engwith built gods from ideals, and an ideal on its own is a grotesque and vicious thing.
That's what you consider them? What the gods are, an ideal, given life and purpose? Based upon what the Engwithans formed of an idea.
But these souls, these forgiven the gods have bequeathed you like chattel. They were loyal followers in life. They will be with you to the very end.
Why don't you repent? You could be free of this place.
Last time someone asked me that, I was bound to an iron wheel with a broken spine. There are many things I've come to doubt about the choices I made in life. But that trial was my one moment of certainty, even without a chorus of gods to tell me I had been right. The gods need to be reminded that we have a spirit, and that spirit is proof against their power. They have the power to manipulate and confuse and ruin us, but not to change our will. I will remain here until the world crumbles and fades from existence, with joy in my heart, knowing I've shown them what they truly are.
This place, sun and shadow, what is it? I could tell you what I believe, but again, it would be no proof. I have only what I have seen and what others have told me about it. There is only one man who can tell you now, who knows it to a certainty, and you shall face him soon enough. I will leave you to see it for yourself. Make your own judgments. Better for your soul that way, I think. How is it that you speak Aediran? I speak no language now but the wordless expressions of the spirit. It is through my connection to you that I am able to draw upon your words and form them as my own. Do you know what it is I need from Theos?
I could not say for sure. But you have been to Sun and Shadow before, and it came at a crossroads in your life, when much of what you knew had been upended. I have to believe it will come to you there. Your concerns then were of loyalty and trust and the gods. Everything I told you seemed to send you further into doubt. His words mattered to you when you knew him then. After you and I spoke, you went immediately to seek him out. Perhaps you simply sought confirmation from the man you trusted. If something from that time still troubles you, it may be something he told you then, or refused to tell you. He keeps secrets better than any in this world.
Why has Theos done all this?
He cares only for the secret he keeps locked away. He destroys anyone who might discover it, no matter their chances.
What secrets is he keeping?
That's why he's always favored Woodica. It isn't in her love of promises or justice. It's her disregard for the rules. Her willingness to do what is necessary. To Theos, she's not a deity, but an ally with which to conspire. When her power waxes, she does as she pleases with this realm, as well as hers. And she wants that secret guarded as much as he. If Theos succeeds, there will be a shift in the balance of power among the gods. Woodica was vanquished once, when the other gods decided she had gone too far, and her power diminished. With this infusion, there is no telling what she will do. The only certainty is that there will be chaos in their realm, as well as ours.
How can I get Theos to tell me what I need to know?
You will not find a more resolute being on all of Eora. There is no offer you could make, nor spell you could cast, nor pain you could inflict that would make him reveal what he hides. But I see you have become a watcher in this life. Perhaps in defeat, when he can no longer defend himself, you might learn something from him.
So I must destroy him, and in his last breath he'll reveal what it is. It's time for me to go.
Theos will not wait for you. If you do not catch up to him now, you may never find him again.
The gods have given me the souls of their forgiven. If you repent, you could join with them. Help me strike the final blow against Theos.
If I repent, all I have done has meant nothing.
Your defiance here is an illusion. You are a slave to the gods, bound to their rules, stuck in their system. Your continued existence is proof of the gods' dominion over all of us. I notice a bond now, one that has always been, an interleaving of her essence with mine at the extremities of my perception. I am tied to this woman's spirit, and I can feel a measure of control over it, as though I were its shepherd. What are you suggesting? I don't want you to go away. I want you to help me against Theos. I can disintegrate your soul, make you cease to exist. Then I would be no different than the other souls the gods have broken in this place. I do not wish to stop fighting them. I will respect your wishes.
I am grateful you came and found me here, no matter the circumstances. You're not exactly who you once were, I have to remind myself. But seeing you one last time, and remembering what we shared, brief as it was better than anything I dared hope for in this place. If ever we should meet again, in this life or any other, I hope to find you at peace.
Oh. Alright. We came here for a reason. Let's do it. Continue on.
Be cautious. Be constant.
There are more of these wells, of these pillars. No place here seems to be safe. We have more adamants.
No good. Don't even. Let's go. Yeah. Let's.
It's like they're self-repairing the damage we do to them.
Hi?
Bring it down, Aloth.
Lavaru, be on seek! Lavaru, be on seek! I shall deal with this one.
Not even slowing it down.
How may I help? curses! Lavaru, be on seek!
Get on!
Store this.
Nice and slow.
Go through here. Traps. I can't disarm it. Do we need to go this way, though? Careful, Blackhound. I don't think it's necessary. Based upon what I know of the area, there's another pathway going down here. Let's at least go and see where it leads.
Eyes open.
Always go in with your eyes open. Some crumbled rocks. Oh. We actually should be camping. There's wood for us to burn.
So, it's true. The gods are a sham that people have followed for thousands of years.
I'm sorry to hear that too. It's distressing, but the truth is better than not knowing. This leads downstairs. I think we have to go... There's more to this area. Southeast. Let's go this way. Each of us. Come. Be careful. It's on either side here.
Hey.
Maybe nothing down this way, or there may be something really dangerous. It's always better to go
I'm ready.
together.
Yes?
Ready, Watcher.
I'm just glad I'm able to see these traps than not being able to see them, because not being able to see them would be extremely dangerous.
Slowly now.
I don't think we'd survive. Dust is even worse than Odd Nua's. My nostrils are full of it. Can't open my mouth without it just clogging it up. Odd Nua is young compared to this place. There's more animats. Alright, attack! Very tough enemies.
Lavaru, be on...
Blast!
Perfect, perfect. Riff Uligna!
Anna!
They're self-repairing.
Riff Uligna! Riff Uligna!
Keep going. Attack until it's down. Ignore the spells. Got to bring this thing down.
I'm here.
It's down, finally. The largest of them are down. Keep attacking.
Let's go.
One left.
That's not very helpful.
Whew. I'm told we're very low on spells. We need to rest. Let's just secure this room first. What is this? The ancient address still bears the impression of 1,000 souls broken upon it. Your soul burns with remembered suffering.
Almost.
Here's the chest. And there's a trap here. Please be able to... no, I don't wish to trigger it right now. Oh, maybe I will. We need to rest after this. If I get injured, we've got plenty of bandages. Yes. Oh!
Ready, Watcher.
I'm fine, Sagani. I just need to rest. What's in this chest? Gauntlets. They've been imbued with the quickness. Morning Star, Major Recovery, Diamond. To look at these gauntlets. Anything else? Oh, this will I can recover with this, but it's fine for our injuries, but not for our spells that we need to recover if we're going to go further into this place. Let's rest by the stairs. I have a feeling that should be safe. Though nothing is ever a certainty in this world, obviously, since the gods don't really exist, even though they do exist because they're an idea. How is that possible? Anything I think of, does that exist too?
Hey.
How about a place where my father's still alive and my family's still together? Where's that place?
I'm ready.
And I have the god of that?
How may I help?
Ready, Watcher.
I see Aloth and Ader want to speak to me, though. Alright, out with it. Ader, starting with you.
Doesn't that just beat all? Here I was, wondering all this time whether all these terrible things were people's fault or the gods. Turns out they might be the same thing. Wonder how things would have gone different 15 years ago if the Raid Sarens had been told their god was made in some forge or kiln someplace. Would we still have gone to war?
It was their god who made them believe they were right. I doubt they'd have fought if they knew he was fallible.
I could see the rebellion still happening, but I don't know that they would have invaded.
He looks down at the ground, drumming his fingers against his side restlessly. When he speaks again, it seems half to himself.
I don't know. When Woden left for war, we, had a fight. As brothers will.
What about?
About him going off to war. He was set on it. My parents warned him. They said you get a new country with every trip across the border, but your god, you only get the one. Me? I didn't know who was right. All I knew was I didn't want him to go. It's the same for families as it is for gods. You only get the one.
I've been thinking of that too.
I said every vicious thing I could think of, trying to change his mind. He brushed it off. Just got me madder, of course, him being so calm. He said I should come with him, but he'd understand if I didn't want to. I told him he'd better be able to face his god one day and answer for what he'd done. He said he'd keep that in mind. And then, he was gone. By the time I'd cooled off, months had passed. One morning it dawns on me that my brother always knew better than me. If he was so sure of what he was doing, then I should be there with him. I packed my things and was on the road that same morning. Of course, what I didn't know then was he'd already changed his mind. By that time, he was dead on that field.
So if you left with him, you'd have known why he changed his mind?
If I'd have left with him, we'd both be dead, so I don't know why I bother thinking about it. I found my own way in the end, and it wasn't my brother's and it wasn't my God's. I don't know if it was right. But I couldn't abide what Wydwin was doing to his own, God or not. I don't regret it. Whether Wydwin was Aothis, well, it hardly seems to matter after what we just heard. And all these questions I've been trying to figure out. I think I just miss my brother.
Do you think he went to Wadwin because of what you said to him?
Crossed my mind. You live in a place like Gilded Vale. You don't have a whole lot else to do other than think about things you don't want to think about. I hope that wasn't it. I hope he went there because it's what he thought was right. But it seems I'm not meant to know.
Let's be on our way.
Still one more mess we gotta straighten out. Come on then. I still owe you one.
Alof.
Aye?
We've been lied to. Our whole lives, and many lives before that. And it's led us to put our faith in a pantheon of gods that never deserved it in the first place.
Theus is wrong. Most people are fundamentally decent. Knowing the truth can only make them better.
You're right. People will be better off finding direction on their own than following this farce. Besides, the gods haven't exactly done much to prevent us from slaughtering each other. If anything, they've only given us more pretenses for doing so.
Exactly. Let's take our lives into our own hands.
Seems like that's all they've been doing of late. I've also been thinking, there won't be much left of Theos by the time you're done with him, if I know how you operate. That will leave the leaden key headless. Perhaps it's best it stays that way.
Why not bring down the entire organization? But I'll leave it up to you to do what you think is right.
Then let's face Theos. When this is all over, I'll make sure that no one is able to commit his abuses again.
I know you actually joined them, but we're not all perfect, are we? Let's camp.